All right, good morning. Welcome to Applications of Calc 2. This is worksheet 1, problem number 2, or problem B, whatever I went ahead and did that with. And we have to integrate e to the 2x times the square root 1 plus e to the 2x dx. Now, this one is a little troubled. Like, what are we going to pick for our u? And let me show you the pitfalls. So if we pick u to be the square root of 1 plus e to the 2x, or 1 plus e to the 2x raised to the 1 half. When I try to find my du, we actually end up with 1 half 1 plus e to the 2x raised to the negative 1 half. And don't forget the chain rule, and that's 2e to the 2x. Well, we do have we do have an e to the 2x on the outside of the integral, but we don't have any kind of a square root downstairs. So there might be an issue with trying to fit this guy into what's going on, right? Because we have a u, but we don't have a denominator for the square root on the bottom. So maybe this isn't the best u to pick. And this is very frequent with u substitution problems that you pick a u and it's like, that's the one, and realize like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't going to quite fit. And it's very usual. It's very normal to like try your first thought and like, oh, this isn't working out. Let's try a different u. Could we just, if I just try e to the 2x, okay, that'll be nice because I get my du. So let u equals, and we get du equals 2e to the 2x, which again is kind of nice, but I'm kind of in a bind where I could say this is the square root of 1 plus u. Now, anytime you have your du, if you end up with a du on the inside of your square root, you've picked the wrong u. Like, don't do that. And then this guy here could be a du, but then I have to go ahead and try to integrate the square root of 1 plus u. And we don't have a technique for that. Okay, this isn't a fun integral to have to figure out. So we don't have a power rule. We don't have anything for this. I can't separate them out or anything like that. So that's also not the best trail. So why don't we go with the one last remaining thing? We'll say, okay, the thing inside the square root. So we'll say let u equal 1 plus e to the 2x du is equal to 2e to the 2x. And we'll go ahead and look at that. So when we go ahead to say, okay, let's go back to our integral. So we have our dx here. I'll show you the way that I tend to do these, and I'll just rewrite the integral for just a moment. We're going to write the integral, the square root of 1 plus e to the 2x, and I'm just going to write e to the 2x. That's this first one that I wrote, and I just rearranged it to put it down at the bottom. Okay, and this almost looks like our du here, right? This almost, I'm sorry, dx. So this almost looks like our du. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Dx, except that there's a 2 in our du. So let's go with this. We're going to say we need a 2, but I can't go around multiplying things by 2. I would love to do that to my bank account. I can't do it. So what I'm really going to do is I multiply by 1. So we put a 2 here, and we also multiply by a 1 half to make it so that it's all going to be 1. Okay, so now when I go ahead and say, let's go ahead and substitute, we have 1 half, because the constants always come out in front, integral u, because that's my 1 plus e to the 2x is u, to the 1 half, and then this whole piece was du. And now just to integrate this, we have 1 half u to the 3 halves, and because we raised it to the 3 halves, we have to divide by 3 halves, which is the same thing as multiplying by 2/3. And of course, we have to add our c because it's an indefinite integral. Some things cancel, so we end up with 1/3. What the heck was u? U was 1 plus e to the 2x, all raised to the 3 halves power, plus our c. And that is how you want to go ahead and tackle this integral. I hope that helps a little bit. Congratulations, you guys have done a fantastic job on the daily exercises. Since I pick a lot of my tests from that, I hope this really helps when we come to the test exams and you say, oh, I've seen this one before. And you just go through the problem and everybody gets a really good score because we've practiced so much for the exam when it comes that everybody's going to get a good grade and everybody's going to have a very successful semester. So thank you very much for watching the video and keep working on things. You're doing great.